Just in the nick of time. This is Self-Publishing with Dale here on a Thursday, 12:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be doing some writing sprints. If you happen to be watching this on the replay, you may want to skip forward to the 10-minute mark because that's when we're going to go ahead and start up the sprints. In the meantime, I want to kind of jib-jab with everybody who else? I know how to speak English. Everybody else that showed up for today's live writing sprint. And I do appreciate you showing up. And by the way, we're going to have one more writing sprint for the week tomorrow as well. That'll be Friday at 2:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Put it on your calendar. Don't miss out. I'll be on YouTube, the podcast channel, and I'll be on Twitch. One of the greatest ways to kind of help support the cause, if you'd like to do that, never expected, always appreciated, is you could either subscribe over on Twitch. And if you've got Amazon Prime, you can attach it to your Twitch account and you can do a subscription that way. And that'd be awesome. And I appreciate it. And as far as on the YouTube channel, you can join the channel memberships. I've got a link inside the pinned comment and also inside the description. And also there's a join button on desktop. So I want to say what's up to everybody. How you doing? Anxas, how's your event going? What event? What event? I don't know what event you're talking about. SL Michaels, how you doing? SL Michaels, big shout out to her and Mojo Seedlack. They are tier 3 channel members over on the YouTube podcast channel. That means they get a special shout out. And folks, by the way, this is all of the shout outs aside. Go check out SL Michaels and Mojo Seedlack on YouTube. They both run fantastic channels devoted to self-publishing and writing. You don't want to miss out on it. Mojo especially has been just cranking out some great info lately. So if you find that your fix of learning self-publishing is not quite quenched here on this podcast channel, then go over check out Mojo Seedlack. She's fantastic. NaNoWriMo. Oh, okay. I've tried to be very careful. I know that Ava has been communicating via email like I'm participating in NaNoWriMo, but I'm technically not participating because honestly, I can't be bothered to sit here and track my word count with National Novel Writing Month stuff and all that. Nah, that's just extra work for me. I'm just going to go ahead and just write what I want to. And I'm not really writing a novel per se. It's going to be about 30,000 words when it's all said and done. I'm right now halfway through the manuscript. I would say it's going to be as a minimum 25,000 words. So it'll probably be a little closer to 30,000, just kind of judging by things. But it's going really good. Thank you so much. Appreciate you asking. Are you going to join us today? Michael Murray, what's going on? Working on day 15 of my 40-day devotional today. Awesome. Good stuff. Dude, 15 down. You know, only about another 25 to go. You're almost there, dude. You're almost there. Dale the Rebel. Got it. Yeah, exactly, Angstaz. I tried doing National Novel Writing Month, I think a few years ago, and I just became frustrated because it was like I was putting an extra thing on my plate to manage. And I'm like, why am I doing this over here? Like, honestly, this is a company that probably makes money off of doing merch sales and upsells and everything else like that. And I'm like, I don't need that. Like, that's one more thing that I've got to sit here and worry about. So when I do the writing sprints, I just focus on just doing what I can do. Leah Ferrara, how you doing? I'm here. I'm committed. Thank you so much. Exotic Expression Dance Fitness is here. I'm mostly editing, hopefully last edit, but I have a few sections to add to. I plan on working on it as long as the sprints last, and then time to do some just for fun reading. Yeah, we're going to go for at least 2 hours today. We're going to do at least 2 hours of sprints for sure. And by the way, folks, we are simulcasting. Don't tell Twitch, on the YouTube podcast channel and Twitch at the very same time. So if you see me responding to a comment that's not inside there, then chances are very likely it's in one channel that you're not in. I want to make sure. Easy Graphics. I'm not sure if Andy's still hanging out. Great to see you, buddy. Oh, hoping to get a few words in with this sprint. Nice. Good stuff, man. Jen Marie Kelly, how you doing? It's always great to hear from you. You know that? Always, look. Big smile on my face with bread in my teeth as well. Sorry, folks. I was scarfing down food as I went live here today. Thanks. Oh, nice t-shirt. Yes, it came in. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm never big about huge graphics on the chest per se, but I think this will probably be the exception to the rule. I'm going to end up doing one that's just right over the pocket area. So it's a little bit more simplistic. But right now, I'm really happy with this. It's a nice fit. So I'm waiting on one more shirt to come in before I finalize everything. So, hey, Dale stopped in before heading out for the day. Oh, okay, cool. They're a nonprofit, but yeah, they flog the merch sales hard. Yeah, nonprofit still means that they're still pulling in revenue. It's nothing against them. I don't mind the hustle by all means, but to me, I'm just kind of like, I can just skip all that and just do this stuff myself. So, all right, folks, here we go. Just so we break it down here for you, we're going to be doing writing sprints today. Focus 25 minutes. All right. I want your undivided attention during that 25 minutes. After that 25 minutes is up, you're going to get 5 minutes that you're going to get up, stretch, relax, grab a bite to eat, hit the restroom, grab a drink of water, stretch, anything but writing. We're going to do 4 rounds of that. After our 4th round, we're going to probably deuce out. Who knows? Maybe I'm feeling squirrely and we can keep going. But I think 2 hours is typically my creative limit. So I don't want to overdo it. All right, folks. Here we go. Sorry, digesting my food here. And let's go ahead and start the sprints right now. One session down in the record books. How did you folks do? How did you do? Take 5 minutes. Get up, stretch, grab yourself a drink of water. I'm going to do so myself, actually. Yes, Theonese. How you doing, Theonese? It's great to see you. In the middle of a writing sprint right now. Yep. Angstaz nailed it. The interaction always happens between the 25-minute get-to-work blocks. Yes. Yes, we just finished our very first writing sprint. How did you do on that specific round? We're taking a 5-minute breather in between each one of these rounds. We're going to do a total of 4 rounds today. So let me know inside the chat. What did you get accomplished? And if you didn't get accomplished much, just let me know inside there. I finished out at 17,249 words. That puts me roughly, let's see here, 800 words that time around. 346 with SD Houston. Nice job. I might have got 50 words. Oh, face. That's good for me. That's good. That's good, man. What I would recommend, folks, is sometimes you're going to hear some people just rattling off some amazing numbers. Don't compare yourself to them. You might have different typing skills. You might have a different thought process from some people. I did a lot of prep work going into this specific book, so it's going to flow out of me pretty seamlessly. Not to mention I have my ads dashboard over here, so then I cross-check as I go along. The beauty of doing that is that's less editing later on, because I've done some of them where I've just blindly just kind of remember later on, and then I find out, oh, it's this particular element's in the top right instead of the top left, and there's some goofy things that I do. But yes, please, folks, never try to compare yourself to anybody that's inside the chat. I always love to have you guys brag about your numbers, but don't think that it's a competition. Although, if Celinda LaBruce shows up, you hear me, Celinda, if you happen to be here just yet. And if you're not here and you're watching on the replay, you hear me. I'm gunning for you. And I mean that all in good fun. Celinda knows me by now. But yes, it's not a competition, and just go at the speed that you're able to do. So if that's 50 words in the course of 25 minutes, well done. That's 50 more words than you had started with. So keep moving that thing forward. Well done, Andy. Banana sticker for you, buddy. Exotic Expression Dance Fitness says, wow, amazing how fast that went by. Feel really good about the writing I've got in. Just getting warmed up. Today is going to be a great writing day. It is. It is. I'm feeling it today. I was getting ready to move my table up, but I think I'm going to probably wait until the very next sprint because I feel very comfortable just sitting here. A bit hard to get going. Yeah, Michael, sometimes that does happen. You will notice from time to time that I'll start writing something out and then I'll backtrack. I probably could get a lot more done, but every now and then what I will do is if I'm stuck on something, I'll just start writing, even if it's nonsensical babble, because getting into that practice will grease your creative wheels. So if you've got to backtrack from time to time, Michael, to fix some areas and you're not too confident about it, go for it. Go for it. Let's see here. Angstaz says, I like hanging out, but I save my actual productivity for my own streams. Nice. Hey, kid, no problem. Honestly, no problem. Brandy, how's it going? It's great to see you join us. Hey, Dale, got in a little late, but got some writing in at 134 words. Nice job. So glad you're back doing these no-nonsense sprints. Missed you, man. Hey, I'm here all month, every weekday, and it will also be in January every weekday. It'll probably be a similar schedule. But yeah, I'm looking forward to doing it. And actually going into January, you guys will not be seeing my manuscript because I'll be jumping into the world of fiction. And I got to be honest with you, I'm a bit self-conscious in that arena. So until I can feel a little bit more confident and get a good editor, which, by the way, forgot to tell you guys, I'll probably have to share this later on. I'll land in a major interview with a big Kindle Vella author. Her name's Callie Chase. Now, she's a little different than our last guest, who is a hybrid published author. This one is a self-published author, because I had someone who kind of went, must be nice. This is a padded interview. I'm so entitled. Yeah, that's probably not how they said it, but nonetheless, I found someone who is going to just knock your socks off. Really looking forward to it. But she is an editor, and more importantly, in the horror genre. So I am just chomping at the bit. Folks, we got 3 more rounds of 25 minutes of work. Let's get ourselves kind of buckled down. Get you a little sip of water before you jump on in. Let's get it. See you in 25 minutes. Pencils down. I don't know why I yelled that for. How'd you do that round? We've halfway through today's writing sprints. Hopefully you're getting some pretty good ground. I find like this part a little bit tedious because I'm just kind of cross-checking, make sure I'm not speaking out of turn. So this is a little bit more in depth than I would have liked to. So I bet you I probably didn't do as much. Let's go ahead and put it down here. I did 18,029. So it was just about 20 words shy, about 780 words of 800. So 780 words. I don't know why I didn't say 780, but there you go. How did you do? I would like to hear from you for sure. Anybody watching me write at all? It's not weird. If for some reason you like to watch me write, go ahead. The nice thing is you get a sneak peek at things, but I will tell you that in most instances, this ends up getting butchered up by my editor and cleaned up considerably before it goes out there. By the way, couldn't help but notice. Hey, Kelly, you out there? No, she's not out there. But my boy, I couldn't help but see coming on in here. My boy, Raw Dog, Scott J. Marshall II. Where the heck you been, man? You stood me up on 2 different appointments, man. Yeah, I'm publicly calling you out. You stood me up on two appointments, and here you are hanging out with me. Appreciate seeing you, man. Yeah, Raw Dog. Okay, let's see here. Are you doing this every day, man? Yes, I'm doing it every weekday. I will be taking weekends off just for mental respite. I can't be doing this every single day of the week, but I'll be doing this throughout the month of November, all weekdays. The times change. If you're on Twitch, you'll see it on my schedule. And if you're on YouTube, go to dalelinks.com/tab. And inside the community tab, I have the entire schedule for the month. And I'll try to update that as time goes on. Staring at Dale's head whilst I write. LOL. Don't stare at my head. It's not very inspirational. Not very inspirational at all. Hey, Scott, look at this. What you think, man? Huh? What do you think? Don't tell me you didn't watch the show. If you didn't watch the Book Rescue Show, go to bookrescueshow.com so you can get caught up on it. Yeah, man, I did leave you high and dry up to my gills in work. Yeah. You also booked those times. Not like I went and booked them on you. So that's on you, bro. It's on to you. But I say this all in love, guys. Scott's a really good friend of mine. He's been, I'm sure, busy as ever. He's just crushing it. Technically kind of one of my first clients from years and years ago. Heck, I didn't even have my YouTube channel started at that time when I consulted him. And this guy's doing really, really great. Michael Murray says, felt better about that round. Nice. Brandy got 342 words. Excellent work. Easy graphics. Look at that. You tripled. You slapped my microphone. I'll show you. You did triple the volume did on the first round, 170 words. Nice job. Using this break to get fire pit lit and set up a table outside. Rest of the day's reading needs to be in fresh air. Beautiful outside. Nice. I wish we had a porch, but we just don't. Hashtag party foul. Yeah, you know it. You know it, Raw Dog. Take it out on you, man. All right, folks, we got less than 2 minutes right now. Get yourself a little breather. I'm going to adjust my desk because I'm going to be standing up for the very next round. See you in less than a minute. Alrighty. Just had to move this up, get my chair out the way. You guys didn't need to see me do all that stuff. Wanted to get up on my feet so I can kind of keep myself active. My spine, unfortunately, starts to kind of go, what are you doing to me? It literally says that to me mentally. Folks, we have 2 more rounds to go. Let's see about getting ourselves focused. If you happen to be diving in right now, just keep yourself busy. This is going to be some productivity sprints. We're going to be focusing on 25 minutes of solid work, uninterrupted, all in, and then we're going to take 5 minutes off between these next 2 rounds. Take a nice deep breath and a little sip of water. And see you guys in 25 minutes. Where the heck did the time go? Oh, apparently my cat come here to visit. How did you guys do? I felt like I did pretty good. I kind of had to fact check a couple of things. Come here, Izzy. Say hi. There we go. There's our little cat. Say hi to him. No? Okay. We're coming down. We're coming down. She does not like being picked up. Yeah, that's our little kitty. She's senior now, 14 years old, and she's on 2 different medications. Poor girl. She's blind as a bat. Um, has high blood pressure. Let's see here. What else? Oh, yeah, and she has sinus issues. Poor girl had a bloody nose last night. She came over and started rubbing her nose on my hand, and just blood gets all over it. I'm like, oh, there we go. That's what happens. But she's come here to hang out. Maybe she'll cheer us on. So how'd you guys do? Man, I feel like I'm on a roll right now. Like, honestly, like, I'm excited about this. I did about, looks like a little less than 700 words this time. So 18,718. Not bad. I'm pretty happy with that because I did pause a couple times just to kind of fact check a couple things before I went and entered it in. All right, so Andy says nearly 150 words. So good to see Izzy. Yes, it is good. She went through the ringer over the past couple of months. We went out to LA and New York, and there was a bit of separation anxiety. She stopped eating. And then eventually she started just getting worse and worse and worse. And then we took her into the doctor, and pretty much they called us when we were in New York, and we're like, yeah, she just misses you guys. We're like, really? Wow. So she's been cool ever since. Her sinuses are still a bit of an issue, but she's old. It's going to happen. SD Houston says 438 words. Brandy, 388 words. Nice. Off topic. What vegan dishes are you cooking for Thanksgiving? I don't know. Last year, my mother-in-law came over and I made up some scrambled tofu with essentially, I'm not sure if you've ever tried to make scrambled tofu to where it has like the egg taste consistency to it. But I use what's called black salt. I picked it up at like a specialty shop that's a vegan specialty shop over on the east side of town. I very rarely use it. It's very powerful because you can literally just get like, I would say like a pinch of black salt with a slab of tofu, and it's very powerful. You know, if you put too much of it, it's almost like eating nothing but like egg yolks, and that can be kind of gross. But yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do. Usually, we just play it by ear. So, if my mother-in-law comes over, I'll probably end up babying us to something good. Maybe I'll make up some chocolate peanut butter cake or something crazy like that. Michael Murray said, in total today, I'm at 537. Yes, and almost done with today's devotional. Look at that. My boy. Nice. Good work, man. Tune in late, but I got a few words in. Love the timer noise, by the way. Less startling than what I use. Yeah, the tweets work really well. It's not like what I used to have, but pomofocus.io is what I've been using this time around. I think they changed it a little bit since the last time I did some sprints, but that's okay. I really like it. So every word's a victory. That's it. Love black salt with vegan tuna. Yeah, see, you knew. You know. I'm always trying out some things. Kelly just recently picked up an air fryer, and we played with it last night to moderate success. We made some little vegan meatballs, and they were pretty good. I think we need to kind of tweak some things because I'm not used to an air fryer, and it's a Chinese air fryer. So like some of the instructions aren't very clear. They did not proofread their work on their manual, so it's very confusing. So, hey, while I have your attention here, folks, by the way, make sure you join me in our Discord community. It's continuing to grow. It's continuing to thrive. If you've never been on Discord before, just know that it's just a great safe space to come on over and join me. And if you ever want to almost like you're texting me directly, go join our Discord community. That's dalelinks.com/Discord. Come on in there and ping me at Self-Pub with Dale. Let me know that you came in from the writing sprints. You can do that right after, or you can do that right now. Again, dalelinks.com/Discord. It's a great place to kind of network with other people, and I'm there quite a bit. So please come on over and join me. Take a nice deep breath. We got one more sprint left in us, and as much as I'd like to continue on, I'm probably just going to go ahead and call it quits for the day because I have a lot of video projects. Take a nice deep breath, a drink of water. Let's hit it. 25 minutes, folks. Can't be done already. My cat kept, disturbing me. No one gave her news. Like, hey, I'm in the middle of a writing sprint. She's over here shouting at me. Naturally, I brought her up towards the camera, and she's like, okay, that's it. I'm out of here. You're picking me up. I'm done. So got to head off. Take care, Andy. If you haven't already left, I think you probably did, because that was a while ago, 25 minutes ago. So you must have took off right at the end of that last one. Enjoy the rest of your day, everyone. Signing off right now after the sprint. Take care, Exotic. Thank you so much. Kathy Menken, how you doing? Hi, folks. Been watching but not writing. Totally cool. You probably sitting there like, ooh, maybe. Yeah, Kathy, if you want to learn more about Amazon advertising, you can sit here and just watch me as I write the book about it. It's been a fun process. And I'll tell you, as I go through and I fact check some stuff, it not only validates some of the stuff that I've always believed, but there's also instances where I have my light bulb moment. I go, oh, that's a great thing I need to go back and really highlight. But yeah, make sure you join me again, Kathy. We are going to be doing more writing sprints tomorrow. That's Friday at 2:15 p.m. Eastern Daytime. Folks, if you're over on Twitch, the full schedule for all the writing sprints every weekday is in the schedule for that page. Okay, so just on my Twitch channel, just scrolling down, you see the full schedule. It's all laid out for you. Those of you that are on YouTube, the podcast channel, for the full schedule, you'll want to go over to dalelinks.com/tab. Inside the community tab, you'll see an entire drop down of all the dates and times. So that way there's no confusion. There were a couple of dates, I think it was on like Mondays and Wednesdays, that were good all the way through either this week or next week. And then they changed to a different time. But you want to go check that out. I'm pretty sure, though, on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, they're all the same. So Tuesdays at 6:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Thursday at 12:15 p.m., and then Friday at 2:15 p.m. So make sure you join me then. How'd you do on that sprint? Let's see here. I did 19,387. That puts me somewhere north of 669 words. So it was a little slower this time. I had to kind of backtrack and insert some stuff because I was like, ooh, this wouldn't make sense here. I'm just going to come on back up here. It's one of the things why I'm so meticulous about my outlining is I really like to have everything organized, and it gets it to where a lot of the structural editing isn't quite as hard. Because there's sometimes where I'll go on a rabbit trail. You guys have watched me probably long enough online to know that live, I will just be like, ooh, look, a squirrel. That's the way I am. So these outlines really do help. But every now and then, as I'm writing, I'm go, ooh, maybe I need to move this back here, or maybe I need to move this up here. It just kind of helps out. So that way, when I put it into my editor's hands, she's not pulling out her hair. Michelle Winkler says, thanks, Dale. It's really cool you're sharing your writing as you do it. Yes, you won't get that in January. You won't get that in January. Sorry. It's probably going to be a bit more of a basic broadcast on in January. I'll probably end up using Restream Live Studio to do the broadcasting and any events. So that will be in January because I'll be doing fiction writing. And I got to be honest with you, I'm a little bit self-conscious about my fiction writing. Nonfiction, I'm pretty confident. I mean, after winning 20 book awards, I think I know what I'm doing when it comes to nonfiction. After writing well over 50 books in nonfiction, I'm pretty comfortable. Fiction, not so much. Maybe after I can, get my bearings in that whole business and I get a good editor that can point out my weaknesses and areas that I need to grow and improve on, I will probably be a little bit more sharing of that content. For now, though, going in January when we do the writing sprints again, I will not be doing what I'm doing right now. During this month, though, this is great. It actually worked out really nice because I was using Atticus the first few days of doing the writing sprints, and the dang thing crashed on me this past Friday and erased, about 700 plus words. I was livid beyond belief. But the nice thing is, on Monday, it took me probably about a half hour to just type out those words really fast. I actually think it was a little closer to like 1,400 words now I think about it. But I was able to just put a video on 2x and then I just typed out what I did along to it. So I was able to catch up. So I essentially plagiarized myself. Jocelyn Carter, how you doing? I'm taking a different approach this Nano. I brainstorm about 14 scenes and I'm not writing them in order. Yeah, go with what your muse, how your muse guides you. When it comes to something like that, you can jump around. I'm kind of like, I rarely can jump around. If I ended up jumping around, it's probably by accident, kind of like what I said, and I just would move apart. But fiction writing might be different. I've written a lot of nonfiction work, so going into fiction might be considerably different. So who knows? Maybe I'll end up writing some scenes before other ones. I don't know. I know when I used to be, when I was in professional wrestling, that was one of the things that we would do before going out to the ring was, we would find out the finish, the very end of a match. And typically I would get together with whatever wrestler or wrestlers I would be working with. And we would typically say, let's go ahead and censor out one specific word. You got to get your sh in. So getting your sh in is the key to really making you look good and being in a match that makes sense. And so by getting your sh in, you can essentially be able to put together the best stories and such like that. So figuring out what is your good that's going to help out and formulating a great match. So I would get with them and I'd say, okay, what's that you want to go ahead and get in? And they would say, oh, what do you want to get in? And then we'd start to kind of interweave those things to tell a better story. Now, I wasn't really big. I was more of a, in the pro wrestling world, I was a bit of more of a pantser than what I was a plotter. I found most times I get in front of an audience and my brain kind of goes blank. It wasn't that I had nervousness. It was more like I would get excited when I get in front of a crowd, because I get in front of a crowd and you start to feel that energy, and then I'm kind of going, oh no, what's the next thing we're supposed to do? So most times I would just get a general idea. Okay, what is the stuff that you want to do? How can we work this in? So I would kind of know where we'd start and I'd know where we'd end. And I know that we would want to sprinkle in a few little things in between with all our and that would help out. But going down too far of a rabbit trail, hopefully you understood what I just meant there. So as pro wrestling, as it relates to your writing, we would always write some scenes before that scene was even supposed to happen. And that way, when we would go through and do the whole storytelling in the ring, we would have all of those scenes in perfect order or semi-perfect order. So that way it flowed and told a good story in the ring. And that's really what professional wrestling is about. A lot of people use the F word, calling it fake. But, calling it fake is like calling, well, movies are fake. Well, yeah, no duh. Movies are fake. But everybody can agree when you see stunts being performed, those are real people in most instances putting themselves in real situations with the exception of CGI. So yeah, that's what it was for pro wrestling. And I always kind of take my, knowledge of storytelling in pro wrestling, because that was a big deal. Like a lot of my coaches and trainers and people I traveled up and down the road with, it was always about crafting the best story. Can you go in and tell a story that is not only just compelling to you and the person that you're working with, but the audience you're doing it for? And I see it oftentimes where some people will try to put together these crazy like moves and things like that, but there's no rhyme or reason. And so that was always the challenge, was, okay, we can do these crazy moves, but does it make sense to the story that we want to tell in the ring? So hopefully that helps. You can probably draw a thing. Okay, I find writing like wrestler is helping me. LOL. Yes, write like a wrestler, write like a pro wrestler. Just don't start chopping your desktop or your laptop or something like that. That's going to get costly after a while. Or, yelling at it, you're probably good on that. Kathy says, in fiction, I'd write backwards. I start at the ending and then brainstorm what happened earlier. See, there we go. That's a great way to do it. If you know where you end, I think sometimes the most fun part is, okay, where am I going to end? And then just building your way backwards. It can be so much fun, because then it's kind of like a puzzle. And you just put out the borders around the outside, and then you start to fill in the inside and so on. But I'm bloviating, folks. That's fair. I wouldn't be comfy sharing my fiction either. See, Michelle, you feel me. Thank you so much. None of us are confident in our fiction writing. I know I'm not. It's been since 2014 that I've been writing nonfiction. Now, granted, I probably didn't publish any of my written nonfiction works between the years of late 2016 to last year, 2020. There was a 4 year gap. Now, I was putting out ghost written works that I was either hiring people out for, that I was essentially hiring people out for, but it was few and far between. It was typically for like a video or a course or something like that that I was putting together just as an example, because I wasn't going to just throw something out into the market for the sake of a course or a video if it didn't actually have some type of substance. And I was like, okay, I don't have time to sit down and write. So but all that to say this, that even during that time off, I mean, I continued to blog. I continued to write scripts for some of my videos, things like that. So I kept my chops up there pretty good, not to mention going back and editing a lot of my old manuscripts and updating those things. Brandy's got the laughing till the crying face. Nice. Hey, folks, boy, we've gone well beyond what we're normally used to going beyond. I would love to just take some more time and do some writing sprints with you guys and gals, but unfortunately, I don't think it's in the cards because do need to take some time with Kitty because she keeps yelling at me. Normally, that means she wants to go snuggle for a little bit. And then I've got to shoot a couple of videos. I got a big collaboration with the illustrious MK Williams. And I also have a review video coming out about a platform called getbooksreviewed.com. So I got to get those things dialed in, not to mention working on some stuff for Book Rescue. Swag's coming out here pretty soon. You're going to be able to get some merch for Book Rescue that's going to directly help out the authors in the videos. Yeah, you didn't hear me wrong. I'm going to end up putting out this merch, and all proceeds is going to go directly to the person I'm working with. So don't tell them that. You know, it's going to be a little bit of a surprise, but and I will also be sharing publicly the number of sales that I'll be getting from this type of merch, and here pretty soon there will be some channel memberships available through YouTube specifically for Book Rescue, and all of those earnings, again, I'll publicly share everything that I make in that, and I will show you in the video me actually giving that money to them. Because there's been so many times that some people, you know, especially in the pilot episode, people wanted to help contribute to the cause, and they're just like, hey, this timer's going to kill me here. There we go. Hey, you know, you should get Dragon Naturally Speaking. I'd be happy to get it for you for this person. Or, hey, you should try this, this, and that. So probably one of the best ways to contribute, I figured, was I'm going to go ahead and put out some merch and making something available like channel memberships to where you can contribute directly to the cause, and I'll hand it right over to them. Now, keep in mind, it's not a nonprofit agency or anything else like that. I'm not going to file for a nonprofit organization or anything else like that. It's one of those cases I'm just going to publicly share all the information about that stuff so everybody knows that I'm not pulling the wool over your eyes and keeping money for myself by selling things like this. It'd be nice, but in the same instance, I'm not doing Book Rescue to pad my wallet. I'm doing it to really help out the community in two ways, helping an indie author that's struggling and also giving some hope to other struggling indie authors who have the same issue, and giving them some hope and inspiration and some education to where they're able to kind of drive their brand forward and hopefully become a bit more prosperous than, you know, without. So. Yay, love MK Williams. Oh, MK's awesome. MK is right now one of my favorite people on YouTube when it comes to self-publishing. She doesn't have super fancy videos. She's, you know, not, you know, obnoxiously flexing paychecks or anything else like that. She doesn't have some agenda of trying to sell you on courses or coaching, though she might have those options. I dig what MK's doing, and also she's got a good sense of humor. Some of her videos, she's able to interweave some of her quirky sense of humor. But yeah, I love MK. She's fantastic. We will have a 3-part series where we're going to actually produce an audiobook. We hired we hired 3 narrators on Fiverr, settled on one of them. That'll be the first video. Second video is going to show how to publish audiobooks across as many platforms as possible. And then the third one is how to get rid of the promotional codes. And that one was kind of fun. Probably going to be a little bit more brief, but still. Brandy says, thanks, Dale. That was great. Loving the work you're doing within the indie community. See you tomorrow for sure. I think Brandy said it well. Let's go ahead and call it a day, folks. Reward yourself with something nice. I don't know, go out for a nice walk outside. Go get yourself a hot chocolate, or ask for a back rub from a random stranger, because that's what people like to do these days. No, probably don't do that. Get a loved one in your house to give you a back rub. the meantime, this has been Self-Publishing with Dale, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning. I have answering comments at 9:15 a.m. and then, of course, 2:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll be here for live writing sprints. Take care of yourselves, folks. Bye-bye.